Welcome, welcome, beautiful collective, beautiful world, to our NuWave 5D Living YouTube channel. And today we are having such a juicy and spicy question for you that Vishnupriya and Aristo, one of the founders of NuWave Leadership, asked the collective of one in one of our channeling sessions. And myself, Sabrina Lindner, the other founder of NuWave Leadership, is going to provide you with the answer. So I'm handing right over to Vishnupriya to let us know what the juicy question is that she asked the collective of one.
I love that, Sabrina. Juicy and spicy. Wow, what a combination. So yes, that's how this question sounds like. And myself and Sabrina was having a huge laughter prior to the recording, looking and reading the answer of this question as well. So here comes the question. As a follow up of the last question, we were talking about ego thing. The second part of it I felt is mind versus heart. So here is my question. On that same note, there is that mind versus heart thing that you have to follow your heart and not your mind. So how do you see the difference between mind and the heart? Was my question to the COO. Over to you, Sabrina. Please
Yeah.
tell us what the COO replied.
So the COO said to this, similar, referring to the last question that Vishnupriya asked about the ego. Again, there are those in your world who believe that the mind is the right thing to follow. And then there are those in the world who strongly oppose it, especially in the spiritual world, who say the heart is what you should be following. But at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter where it comes from, right? When you connect to the flow of energy and you can feel it flowing in your being, that's when you are connected to the truth. And whatever comes up from there is the truth. Whether it comes from the mind or the heart is absolutely irrelevant because these concepts don't truly exist. Okay, over to you, Vishnupriya.
Yes, again, mind versus heart was such a predominant thing, I should say, in our world between me and Sabrina prior to all these answers and channeling that we did of the COO. We were also, let's say, strong believers that you have to follow your heart, and if something is coming from your mind, you're not supposed to do that. It's wrong. To do that. And there was also a specific thing that happened, and I let Sabrina say the incident that happened. But yes, coming back to me, for me, I had been at a lot of times questioning myself, where is this coming from? Is this coming from my heart? This is coming from my mind. Should I do it? There's a lot of, let's say, doubts. That could be the word, right? A lot of doubts behind it, and then which also hampers us from actually taking action on certain ideas that might be showing up. Also, a lot of judgment of ourselves that, oh, it's my mind that is working. I'm not functioning from my heart. I do not know how to connect with my heart. There is something wrong with me. Over and over again, it's the same story of judgment. But again, once this answer was received, especially it was like, I love that one statement here, whether it comes from your mind or from your heart is absolutely irrelevant. And I'm like, whew, uh, what a beautiful liberation right there. So, yes, at this moment in time, I guess after all these answers, I haven't even ever thought whether it's from heart or mind. All of that just flew away automatically right after receiving these answers. So, that was a true liberation in my world. Over to you, Sabrina.
Yes, it's the same for me because I was also, the mind is kind of connected to the whole concept of the ego. So listening to the mind is wrong. And then, I have to follow the heart. That is where your real inspiration comes from. And all these kind of very doubtful thoughts like, what am I listening to here? And again, the separation brings in so much confusion and so much judgment. And yes, you often can't even make your decision. So there was this one instance when early in our NuWave leadership business, Vishnupriya and myself thought of purchasing a certain program. And that time I felt like I made the decision to make the payment from my mind and not from my heart. That was kind of the concept I was following still at that time. And when we made the purchase and then it turned out that it was not the right thing for us, I really judged myself. I judged myself so harshly. I was really devastating by, losing that money due to me being stupid enough to listen to my mind. And I should have listened to my heart, which knew the truth. That was kind of the space I was in. And it was such a heavy, such a slow moving and sticky space, if we talk from an energetic perspective, very uncomfortable. So, listening to this answer, just like Vishnupriya said, I've never ever thought again, like, am I listening to my heart here? Or is it my mind that is trying to fool me or something like that? It has just disappeared. And all we do these days is really saying, like, follow where the energy points you to. Because it's true what the collective of one says here. When we connect to just a sensation of energies and we can feel where something is slow moving or fast moving, that's when it becomes very easy to say, like, okay, that's probably my next step, and let's see what happens from there. So, true liberation, I agree. Vishnupriya, anything to add here?
Absolutely. And I hope each of these answers are also giving us, all of you who are listening, more freedom, more liberation that, whew, now I can live without all of these, unwanted judgments and kind of, we have tied up ourselves with so many such interesting concepts that's literally blocking our freedom. So I feel what at the end of the day these answers are doing is opening ourselves up to that freedom and liberation. So I hope the answer helped you. So we are going to see you in our next video. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And if you're interested in any of this content, please join us in our 5-day living experiment. We would love to have you there. See you in the next
See you
video.
soon.